The winner of the Kentucky Derby and Preakness, Justify, is the early 4-5 favorite in the 2018 Belmont Stakes, which runs on Saturday, June 9 with a post time of 6:37 p.m. ET. The Belmont Stakes is the final leg of horse racing's Triple Crown, and Justify, trained by Bob Baffert, is gunning to become just the 13th horse ever to win all three races. On Friday, it was announced that Audible, a Vegas favorite at 5-1 Belmont Stakes odds and owned by the same group as Justify, would not enter. Before you lay any money on the 2018 Belmont, you need to see what horse racing legend Hammer and Hank Goldberg has to say. In 2004, if you had put down $300 on his Belmont Stakes picks, you would have cashed for $21,000. The reason Goldberg has been so successful, he goes straight to the source. In 2004, he was all over Birdstone as a 36-1 monster long shot to win the Belmont Stakes over the heavily favored Smarty Jones, who was undefeated like Justify. Goldberg had dinner with Birdstone's trainer, Nick Zito, before the Belmont Stakes at a pizzeria in Queens.
Nick told me Birdstone had been training great, Goldberg said. He was training off the charts, and Nick said the horse would love the Belmont because he had the running style that fit well with the track. The Hammer pounced on the long shot to win and put him on top of his exacta, trifecta and superfecta bets.
Birdstone, of course, beat Smarty Jones by one length in one of the most thrilling Triple Crown races ever. Royal Assault, almost a 30-1 long shot on the Belmont Stakes odds board and also trained by Zito, finished third, giving the Hammer and his followers monster payouts. Now, he's gearing up for the 2018 Belmont Stakes.
A legendary prognosticator and current CBS Sports expert, Goldberg couldn't have been more dead on about the 2018 Kentucky Derby. He picked Justify to win, saying he excelled in the slop. The result, Justify sloshed to victory over Good Magic in the rain and mud by 2.5 lengths. Then, he called Justify repeating at the Preakness despite an injured heel and sloppy conditions, which is exactly what happened. He also cashed the pick 4, pick 5 and pick 6 at Pimlico this year. Now that the 2018 Belmont Stakes lineup is taking shape, Goldberg released his early picks, predictions and exotic bets over at Sportsline.
We can tell you Goldberg thinks Justify will be a tired horse as he pursues horse racing's Triple Crown as the Belmont Stakes favorite.
The Preakness took a lot out of Justify, Goldberg told Sportsline. He was never pushed like he was in that race. His first race was February 18th and he's going to have considerable competition in the Belmont Stakes, much more than he faced in the Preakness. Goldberg is sharing his projected finish position for Justify over at Sportsline. One horse he's high on, Hofburg, who's listed at 4-1 early 2018 Belmont Stakes odds. Hofburg last raced in the Kentucky Derby, where he finished 7th. Trainer Bill Mott was pointing him to the Belmont and he has been training for it, Goldberg told Sportsline. Hofburg has the edge in distance because of his breeding, and Mott is based in New York, the location of Belmont Park. He'll have this Belmont Stakes contender ready.
Hofburg was second to Audible in the Florida Derby at Gulfstream Park and won a maiden special weight race at the same track in early March. The Belmont Stakes 2018 will be Hofburg's 5th career start.
Goldberg is also eyeing a long shot who has a big edge in distance, which is exactly what's needed in the Belmont Stakes 2018. He's sharing which horse it is, and his predictions for every Belmont Stakes contender, over at Sportsline.
So what are Hammer and Hank Goldberg's 2018 Belmont picks? Where does Justify finish? And what long shot should you back? Check out the early Belmont Stakes odds below, then visit Sportsline to see Goldberg's picks for the Belmont.